and my opening statement is yes, the society is going on wrong direction, and I have many supports in my, I have many evidences in my support. So we know that what is living relationship. For the young generations, I need to explain what is living relationship. A living relationship is a relationship in which an adult male or female live together without marriage. They have all the advantages of marriage, especially I am talking about the sexual relationships and the physical need of the male and female. But without marrying, without having social and without having cultural, ethical, moral, legal boundaries and duties and responsibilities of marriages. So I believe that the living relationships are going in a wrong directions. Why? I will explain. Actually, before we should proceed, we should know what are the reasons that living relations has been increasing, or why we need to talk on the topic of living relationship. The thing is that we know there are few basic instinct of the life, few basic need of the life, food for the living. Second, as we are medical students, we are studying limbic system. Reproduction, sex, or to produce the next generation is the basic instinct of life. In previous early life, there were early marriages. So the physical need, the sexual need was used to fulfill by the marriages. But because of the late marriages, because of the prolonged educations, because of the changing lifestyle, because of the influence of the Western culture, nowadays there is one term, the pseudo-feminism, liberalism, globalization, wokeism, etc. That's why these are the trends nowadays. There are so many queries or so many problems with the living relationship, which I will tell you as below. Number one, there is still in the present day also, social acceptance is not there in the many society. There may be a social acceptance in the urban metro cities or affluent societies, but there is no social acceptability of living relationship till today in Indian scenario, in Indian societies, especially the towns and villages. People or the society still treat that it is like a illegitimate relations or the extramarital relations. There are so many other things also. Secondly, the marriage provides the stability. There are so many aspects. I will compare the Hindu traditional or Bharatiya traditional Vivaha Paddhati and the living relationships. There are so many aspects. There are so many धर्म ग्रंथ. There are हिंदी में बोलना चाहे तो धर्म ग्रंथों पे बहुत सारा इस पे स्पष्ट उल्लेख है. तो एक तो है सोशल स्टेबिलिटी, मैरिजेस से मिलती है. There is a instability in the living relationship. The one thing is that human is a societal animal. समाज में रहते हैं हम लोग और समाज के कुछ नियमों का हमें पालन करना पड़ता है. But why there is a need nowadays who does not want to follow the social rules? What is the problem? Why people are behaving like a billiards balls? Why don't they want the responsibilities of the marriages? What's wrong with the marriages? There are certain problems with the marriages that we'll address, but there are so many other things. The thing is that in a living relationship, if the child is born, what about the rights of that child? Although the Indian codes gives a little bit rights to the property, to the child's born in such a living relationship, but there is no right of inheritance to the child born to the living relationship. There is only right to the property of such children owned by the parents, self-owned property. But there are no traditional ancestral property benefits to that. Recently, I have studied, Allahabad High Court recently said that there are more chances of vulnerability in the living relationship. There is a misuse of living relationship by both partners. If the female want to leave the male after living relationship, the male will not leave him. He will blackmail her. One. Secondly,
30 seconds.
Yeah. Secondly, the female, there are very much chances that we read in the newspaper, the sex on the commitment of having marriage in the future can be treated as a rape. There are so many rape cases, the false rape cases against the male partners who are living in the relationship, and in that case, if male want to leave the relationship. there are, if you study the Yajnavalkya Smriti, Manu Smriti, Mahabharat, Anushasan Par, and other Vedas, the भारतीय संस्कारों में विवाह को 16 संस्कारों में से एक विवाह माना गया है। विवाह के बहुत सारे फायदे हैं। हालांकि लिव इन रिलेशन बढ़ने के कारण ये भी होती है, वर्तमान परिप्रेक्ष्य में जो हमारे विवाह के जो प्रॉब्लम्स है, जाति देखना, वर्ग देखना, दहेज प्रथा, ये सारे कारणों की वजह से विवाह के प्रति समाज में, आधुनिक समाज में या यंग जनरेशन में कम आकर्षण हुआ है। तो अगर हमें इस कुरीति से, मतलब लिव इन रिलेशन की कुरीति से बचाना है, तो हमारे एंसेस्ट्रल विवाह पद्धति को हमें ज्यादा मजबूत करना पड़ेगा, पारिवारिक संबंध को ज्यादा मजबूत करना पड़ेगा, बच्चों के साथ बातचीत करनी पड़ेगी, प्रेम विवाह को ज्यादा समर्थन देना पड़ेगा। जाति धर्म के अलावा what is wrong in the love marriages?
Time's up, sir.
Yeah. So I again say that the live-in relationship is a Western blind follow of culture, which is going the Indian society in the wrong direction, and there are so many emotional, financial, social, ethical problems with the live-in relationship. So live-in relationship should be avoided rather than the marriage. The institution should be more strengthened by making the good changes which are liked by the young generations. That is my thank you. Actually, I needed more time, but I could not complete in a short time. Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much.